Hey, everybody. Today we are talking about questions that I have gotten from the community. And this month in January, we will have a few of these podcasts where I just collect a bunch of questions from the community and I answer them because I think it's really helpful for you guys. And if people have these questions, I'm sure other people have these questions as well. So today we're going to break down 3 questions. How do I get ideal paying clients? I'm looking to make more connections to show my passion and my company to people. So how do I do that? And which systems are you always referring to? So stick around.
You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss-Ep.
All right, our first question is, how do I get ideal paying clients? Wow, that's the $1 million question, isn't it? Once you can figure that out and you have a system in place to always have a flowing stream of leads in your door, getting clients is going to be easy. It's going to be just part of the process. So that is really important because if you are building a business and you don't have any clients, you probably don't have any income. And if you don't have income, you can't reinvest into the business and actually grow. So getting clients is really, really important. So the first thing you want to know is, what are you offering? So think about this. What are you offering to your clients? And you need to know how to charge for that. And that might be based on your industry. That might be based on your finances. That might be based on how big your team is or how much your expertise is. But really, you want to know what you are offering and make sure that that has a result that your audience will absolutely love, enjoy, they want it, they need it. So what you offer is based on what the problems are that you are solving in your target market. So you got to know what that is. That might require some research. You need to know what problem you solve, and you need to communicate that effectively so that you can come in as the solution to the problem. Now, as far as paying clients go, I would say that it takes the same amount of effort to sell something for $50 as it does to sell it for $500, as it does to sell it for $5,000, as it does to sell at $50,000. It's the same amount of effort. It is the same process no matter what you're selling. So you need to pick a price point that makes you feel good, that makes sense to you and what you need to make each month, also what makes sense to your client. And then you need to communicate how you are solving that problem and what result they are getting from it. And then if they want it, they will find a way to make it work. And that's how it works. That is truly how it works. There are people who say, oh, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I have a complete content strategy toolkit for $37. And if they need help with their content strategy behind the content and how to incorporate that strategy into content that creates paying clients, if that's the struggle, they will find a way to get $37. That's the way it goes. I have a client who is a sleep coach to moms with new babies. If you're a new mom and you have not slept in 2 months and you have a baby that's up all night crying and waking up in the middle of the night for feedings, and therefore you hate your life because all night long you're exhausted and you're crazy and we're already crazy, but now you add in no sleep for you, no sleep for your baby, you're going to be more and more crazy. And then that could actually negatively impact your relationships with your partner or with your other children, or if you're sleep deprived with your business and your team and the people that you talk to. So it's really important that you are not crazy and you get a good night's sleep. So this is the problem that she solves. So if you are a mom with a newborn baby and you haven't slept and everyone around you thinks you're insane because you are just on edge all the time, well, guess what? If someone comes in and says, I'm going to get your baby to sleep and you're going to be sleeping an 8-hour night, how much will it take for you to say, okay, I'm in? It's not about the price. I don't want you to think about the price. It really comes down to the messaging and what your offer is exactly. What is the result that you provide that solves that problem? And then obviously you have to communicate that well. But if you have a solution to somebody's problem, they're going to pay for it if they truly need it, and they're going to find a way to make it work. All right, our next question is, I'm looking to make more connections to show my passion for what it is I do and how to grow those connections. Okay, awesome question. And it's similar to ideal paying clients because growing your connections are ultimately going to lead to more clients. So you want to make connections by building relationships. And you do that with your content. And you do that by being visible. And you do that by knowing the solution that you offer and knowing who your ideal target market is so that you can hang out in front of these people and offer that solution when that problem shows itself. So it's like you're dangling the solution, but not to a sea of people, not to millions and millions of people that have no connection. You're dangling it in front of the people that you know you can help. So those are the people who are most likely to purchase your thing, your product, your service. And that's why I have a system where we can scale or score our prospects to see if they are a good fit. So you want to make sure you're very, very clear on who your prospect is, because that's going to help you in moving your business into that next direction and really intentionally putting you in front of the people who really need your service the most. So what happens very often is we don't get really defined on our target market, and we don't really get so strategic with solving the problem, with their specific problem. And so we don't understand them on an emotional level, and therefore our messaging is off. So we end up talking to everyone. You say, hi, I'm a life coach. If you're going through a life problem, I can help you. Well, who's going through a life problem right now? Literally every single human being on the planet. Why? Because we're human. We're human and we all have our own shit to deal with. So everyone always has something going on. So that doesn't speak to me. If someone says to me, I'm a life coach and I help you go through your life problem, that doesn't speak to me because that's not specific. If some life coach was, hey, I'm a life coach, I can solve your problem, my first thought is, do you even know what my problem is? Do you even know if it's a family issue, if it's a money issue, if it's a mindset issue, if it's a health issue, if it's a business issue? What are you telling me that you can solve? And if you don't even know, then you really haven't listened to me as your audience yet, right? Your audience is going to say, you don't really know me. You don't really get me. You haven't listened to me. So if you want to make more connections to show your passion, you have to really hone in on who you're talking to and what their problem is, and then speak on that. And then they're going to go, oh my gosh, is she talking to me? How does she know? How is she in my brain? How does she know what I'm thinking? And that's exactly what you want. That's where that connection is going to happen. Is content creation stressing you out? It takes time and intention to plan well. You might even be a great planner in other aspects of your life, but when it comes to creating your content, we both know you're not doing it. What if you could craft an entire month's or quarter's worth of content that makes a real impact in just a few hours? Introducing the Complete Content Strategy Planning Workshop Live. In this live workshop, I will walk you step by step through my straightforward creation and planning system so you can get your content locked and loaded for the next month or for the next quarter. Join me for this very special live workshop and say goodbye to frantically scrambling to throw your content together. And because I know that every business owner's needs are different, depending on where you are in your business building journey, I've created 2 options for you. Plan out your content with me for the month on January 15th. Or let's plan out your quarterly content in my 2-day workshop on January 15th and 16th. Check it out now at abundantstrategy.com/workshop. See you there. And the last question for today's podcast is, which systems are you referring to? Meliss, you're always talking about systems. Which ones are you referring to? This is a great question. I'm referring to foundational marketing systems that you need to have in your business. You must have these set up if you want to see exponential, consistent growth. It's just, you have to do that. So what are these systems? This is what I actually teach inside of Marketing with Intention. I'm talking about repeatable systems that draw your leads to you, draw your clients to you, so that you are consistent with bringing in cash flow into your business, and you're consistent with booking calls, you're consistent with getting people into your challenge groups, or you're consistent with getting people onto your webinar, or to buy your digital product, or whatever it is that you sell, or how you operate, what is your sales and marketing strategy. And this is a consistent system, a business that creates momentum with these systems. So it really depends on what your process is. First, we need to lay out, what is your marketing strategy? Not everybody has the same. There is no cookie cutter marketing strategy. You have to decide what fits you, what fits your lifestyle, your business, what are you offering? All of that matters. And then we strategize a system and a plan. It's like a blueprint, like a roadmap for following your business. And then once we've settled in on what that blueprint is, then we can create the systems along the way that bring people in, because the marketing that you do today is the sales that you have tomorrow. So if you guys want to have sales, you have to do marketing. In fact, 75% to 80% of what you should be doing is sales and marketing. And I know that number is scary, especially if you're like, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do any sales. I don't want to do any marketing. I want to show up and I want to coach and I want to heal. And I understand that and I get that. And you can get there eventually, but you need to have clients first to do that, right? You need to have tons of clients so that you can literally show up and just coach them or just go through healing sessions with them. But if you don't have clients, then where do you need to spend your time? In your sales, in your marketing. And these are two different parts of the puzzle. You have the sales strategy and the sales systems, and then you have the marketing strategy and the marketing systems. So these foundational marketing systems are what I'm referring to help get your marketing in line, to get your sales process in line, so that when you open the floodgates, people are actually coming through and you actually know what you're doing once they get there. It's just like manifestation. If you guys want sales, you have to do the marketing now. And if you think about the clients you have now, it's because of the marketing you did yesterday. That's like manifestation. Manifesting is marketing. So if you want to manifest something, you want to manifest clients, you have to be in the mindset of, oh no, I don't have any clients. Not that, but in the mindset of, I have clients and I'm grateful for them. And that is why you position yourself into the future. That's what sales and marketing are. You are doing marketing now for sales in the future. You are thinking about and getting excited about the things that you want to happen in your life and business now to manifest that in the future. So if you want clients, be grateful for the clients now, and then you are going to manifest them later. And just like you're going to do your marketing now and you're going to have your sales later, these systems that I'm referring to are there to help you move that process along and keep you very consistent and intentional and efficient, because time is limited. And then you get your work done in 2 hours a day, and then the clients just keep flowing in. So you need to strategically think about what isn't working now and what system can I implement to make that work. And that's what I talk about in Marketing with Intention, and those are the systems that I'm referring to. All right, I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast where I just pulled questions from the community. We will have 2 more of these throughout the month, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Hey, coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, feedback, and so much more. Join now at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. See you there.